So okay students, welcome back to the today's session of Elements of Civil Engineering. So in the previous sessions we are discussing about the friction on a wedge or a block which is resting on a horizontal plane or an inclined plane. So what is the friction it is developed, that is what is the force which is acting on a block and what may be the friction value. So that we have already solved some of the numericals which is related to the blocks. So whenever it is resting on the horizontal or an inclined plane. So in the today's class, let me move for the another part in the same module, that is what the friction, but here we are talking about the ladder friction. So this is what the common word you have seen, the ladder, how the ladder is placed and what may be the friction which is occurring in case of ladder. So that we can discuss in detail here. So just concentrate on the explanation. So you have already seen the ladder. So we are placing the ladder. So suppose if you are considering, so this is what the wall, and if you are considering this is what the floor. So you will place the ladder with some inclination. This is what the ladder we are considering. So with some inclination we are placing the ladder. So what may be the friction of this ladder whenever it is placed in an inclined surface? So that we can discuss in the today's class. So try to assume the process where the ladder is placed. As you just assume here. So if the ladder is placed in like this, if it is a wall and this is the floor, so then we can easily say the tendency of movement of the ladder or the sliding of the ladder. So if you place the ladder like this with some angle, so at the wall the ladder tries to slide down, nothing but what? So whenever you just imagine, so if you place the ladder like this means, so what happens, there is a tendency of ladder which is sliding downward. Because of what? So because of the friction it has been developed here. So the ladder is always having it is not moving upward. So if you place the ladder like this means, so it is not moving upward. So the tendency of movement or the sliding of the ladder is downward here. Where? At the wall. And one end of the ladder is at the floor. So if this end is sliding downward, is nothing but the ladder is like this. If this end is sliding downward means the point A, that is whatever the end of the ladder on the floor, which is always having the tendency to move in this direction. So that is just the imagination. So if you place the ladder like this, whatever the point or the end which is supported by the wall having the tendency to move downward, and the floor, whatever the end of the ladder at the floor having the tendency to move on left side. All the condition this is same, that is direction of the motion is same. It is coming downward and it is moving right side. So why this direction is required means, in order to write the friction direction. So just in this you need to concentrate how the movement of the ladder is actually occurs whenever it is placed in an inclined with an inclination theta with respect to the wall. So we know that ladder is nothing but it is a device which is used to climb the roof or a wall. It is consisting of long uprights. It may be made up of by wood or it may be steel or iron pipes are there. So in the today's class we need to discuss the friction developed between the contact surface of the ladder and the floor. That is, contact surface means one contact surface is at the wall, another contact surface is at the floor. So at the contact surface what may be the friction value? So that we can discuss here. Based on this we are having the simple problems. So in order to make you to understand, so what are all the forces which is acting on a ladder, just I have show you a simple figure. You just observe here. This is what the schematic representation of the ladder. You just observe A and B is the ladder which is placed with an angle theta with respect to the horizontal. You can observe. Just wait for a while. Okay. So this is what the floor. The entire floor is there, and here wall is there. The ladder is placed like this. So as I explained you, so this is the end which is connected or which is supported by the wall. So this is the common sense. We can say the tendency of the ladder is moving downward. So it is sliding whenever you have placed like this. So that is the sliding direction of the ladder is downward direction, as I have shown you. This is what the sliding direction of the ladder at the wall. And if you come for the floor, so if it is moving like this means ladder, so this ladder, this end is automatically it is moving in this direction. You can observe here the sliding direction of the ladder at the floor is here. The main thing you need to understand, so that is how we are going to draw the free body diagram whenever we are solving the ladder problem. So that I am trying to explain. So now the direction of sliding is clear. At wall it is moving downward, at floor it is moving left side. The next is number of forces which is acting on a ladder you need to show. So you know that if the ladder, it may be made up of by wood or it may be made up of by steel, it is having its own weight. That is weight of the ladder, self weight we are calling. So that weight of the ladder we have to show exactly at the center of the ladder. So means what are all the forces which is acting. So in order to draw the free body diagram while solving the problem, we are drawing the free body diagram only. So in order to draw that, so number of forces which is acting, so that is weight of the ladder, self weight of the ladder is exactly acting at the center point of the ladder. So that is represented by W or whatever the weight. So and obviously a man is climbing on this ladder. Why we are using? So because of, for the purpose of the climbing up and down, we are using the ladder. The weight of that man who is climbing on the ladder, suppose you may consider any weight. So suppose the man is here means the weight is acting here. The man is here means weight is acting here. So it may be any way. So they will give the distance, that is from a point 1.5 meter, 3 meter. A man is moving on the ladder, like that they will give in the problem. That is weight of the man you need to consider. That is external load. Weight of the ladder, self weight, and the man who is climbing on the ladder. So that weight also you need to consider. So now the thing is, at the contact surface, how many forces are acting. So that is you need to understand at the contact surface. So at the contact surface means A and B are the points where there is a contact surfaces. A is floor and B is the wall. So always you need to draw at the contact surface normal reaction perpendicular to the plane. That is, here I have given the notation FW and NW. NW is nothing but normal reaction at the wall. Always perpendicular to wall. This is wall is the always perpendicular to wall. You have to write the normal reaction. After that, friction is there in between the ladder as well as the wall. Friction is developed. You need to show the friction force. And what is the direction of that friction? Opposite to the direction of motion or the sliding. We know that the sliding direction of ladder is downward here. That is imagination. Whenever you have placed this slide, so it is always the tendency to move downward, not moving upward. You may observe whenever you are climbing the ladder. So this is for the direction of the motion. So therefore we are writing the friction force opposite to the direction of the motion, that is represented by Fw at the point B or at the wall. Now similarly, that is two forces are acting at the contact surface of the wall. Again come for the contact surface at the floor. We know that the tendency of ladder is moving towards left. So then friction force is always acting opposite to the direction of motion. So that is represented by Fg. That is friction force on ground. And normal reaction you have to show, that is perpendicular to the floor, that is represented by Ng. That is normal reaction of ground, friction force at ground, and Nw is normal reaction at wall and Fw is friction force at wall. So these are all the forces we need to draw in a free body diagram while solving the problem. Two contact surfaces are there, one is at the floor and one is at the wall. Floor we will come across the friction force and normal reaction, and wall also the normal reaction perpendicular to the wall and friction force opposite to the direction of the sliding, and weight of the ladder exactly acting at the center of the ladder and man who is climbing on the ladder. So that weight also you need to consider. So totally 6 forces usually you need to consider in case of the ladder problem. Yes, is it clear with this? So that is how we are going to represent the ladder in a schematic representation. Is it clear? So okay, this is regarding the ladder and how we are going to write the number of forces which is acting on a ladder. So and one more thing I will explain you here. So we know that mu is nothing but coefficient of friction and it is represented by F divided by N. F by N is the coefficient of friction. So here we are having Fw and Fg is there, that is friction force at wall and friction force at ground is there. So the value becomes Nw into mu, that is mu into Nw. Similarly mu into Ng, that is Fw value. You have already know what you mean by this. So because mu is equal to F by N, so therefore F is equal to mu into N. If we are talking about Fw, mu into Nw. If we are talking about Fg, mu into Ng. So in some of the problem, they will mention wall is smooth. Just concentrate here. Some of the problem what they will give, smooth wall is there or floor is smooth. So like this they will give. So if they have mentioned wall is smooth or a floor is smooth, so there is no necessity of writing of the frictional force. So suppose in the problem if they have mentioned the ladder is resting on a smooth wall, so then there is no necessity of writing the Fw. Only Nw you need to write. The friction coefficient for wall and floor they will give separately. So suppose in the problem if they have given ladder is resting on a smooth wall, means there is no necessity of writing the Fw. So this is what the number of forces which is acting on a ladder. So as I explained, so as a ladder it is given here, as the upper end of the ladder is always tends to slip downward, the force of the friction between ladder and the wall will be Fw and it is upward. So whatever I have explained in the figure, same thing. Similarly, lower end of the ladder is always slips away from the wall. Right side is nothing but it is always try to move away from the wall. This is a wall, away from the wall it is moving always. So therefore your friction force is towards the wall. So if you are confused about this, you just remember these things. So that is, at the wall ladder is coming downward, and at the floor always ladder is moving away from the wall. It is not moving towards the wall. So therefore our friction direction is towards the wall. So that is what the sentence. You need to understand this sentence in order to write the friction direction. So this is what the schematic representation of the ladder, so on which we need to solve some of the simple problems. So let us move for the problems. Just concentrate on the problem here. Just all of you concentrate on the explanation. Yes sir, the screen is visible. Am I audible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So very simple problem, but the thing is the understanding is very important. You just concentrate here, you can understand easily. So what is given? A uniform ladder is there, 4 meter long. So means whatever the ladder you are having, the length of this ladder is 4 meter. That is given, 4 meter. And weight 200 Newton. The weight of this ladder, that is self weight of this ladder, is 200 Newton. That is given. And it is placed against the wall, making an angle 60 degree with respect to the floor as shown in figure. So we cannot place it as horizontal, we must place it in some inclination. So that inclination is 60 degree as shown in figure, means the figure they have given. So now the coefficient of friction between wall and ladder is 0.25. Here you will come across the two coefficient. One is in between ladder as well as wall. One is between ladder as well as floor. That is coefficient of friction between wall as well as the ladder is nothing but at point B is 2.5, and coefficient of friction between ground as well as the ladder is 0.35. That is given, right? The ladder is, in addition to its own weight, has supporting a man. A man is climbing on the ladder. The weight of that man is 1000 Newton. And where he is standing, he is at the top at point B. The man is at the top. So where in the entire 4 meter length, so where we need to consider the weight of the man. So that is, they have mentioned the man is at the top end, that is at the point B. So this is what the given problem. A ladder is there which is placed in an inclination of 60 degree, and the weight of the ladder is 200. A man is climbing on the ladder and he is at the point B. Means at which point you need to add the weight. So that purpose they have given. So he is at the point B. So now calculate. What you need to calculate? Let us see. Horizontal force P to applied to the ladder at the ground level to prevent the slipping. Just I will explain later. And next thing is, if P is not applied, what should be the minimum inclination of the ladder with respect to the horizontal so that it should not slip. So what you need to calculate, I will explain here. So first thing, here A and B, two question is there. First, what we need to find out? We need to find out what is the force we need to apply at the floor, that is P, in order to prevent the slipping of this ladder away from the wall. So we know that ladder is moving away from the wall. So in order to avoid this slipping, so what is the minimum force which is required to apply at the floor, that is point P. This P value you need to find out. After that is A question. So that is similar. You need to consider the P value here. What is the P value you need to find out? That is the minimum force required to prevent the slipping of the ladder away from the wall. That is question A. And now question B is what? If this force P is not applied, so that we are not willing to apply the force P at the end. So if this P is not applied, So then what is the inclination of the ladder such that there is no slipping? So we are not applying any force here. So if we are not applying any force, at how much inclination we need to place the ladder such that there is no slipping of the ladder? That is what the two questions. A, P, if you are apply the P, how much P value? If you are not supposed to apply the P, then what may be the inclination we need to provide for the ladder, without slipping? So that is what the question. Yes, have you understood the question? Yes? Okay. So now you have understood what is the actual question. Now how we need to solve, so that is important here. So this is what the given figure. Sometime they will give the figure, sometime based on the given data you need to draw the figure. So according to the figure, all the datas are here. You just see, concentrate. Ladder is drawn and it is making an angle 60 degree, that is also given, and the length of the ladder is 4 meter, that is 4 meter is there, and weight of the ladder, as I told you, we need to consider exactly at the center. So suppose if it is a 4 meter, so at the center, that is 2 meter, we need to consider the weight of the ladder. And man is moving on the ladder and he is at the point B. So this is what the given figure. So now what we need to do, we need to draw the other forces. So what I have explained in the theory part, so that is frictional forces you need to draw here at the contact surface. So contact surface means here A and B are the contact surface. So just I will write the forces at point A. So point A, so we know that, just I will write you, this is what direction of motion or a slipping direction of the ladder, that is away from the wall it is moving. So this is what the direction of the motion of the ladder means. Our friction force is always opposite to the direction, that you need to draw it as F. Since you are writing for the ground, we need to write it as Fg. And yet the contact surface you need to draw the normal reaction, that is represented by N into G. Ground, that is over. Next at the floor. So at the floor, that is always the ladder is slipping downward, is nothing but our friction force is always acting opposite to the direction of motion. This is what our friction force represented by F into W. And again normal reaction you need to draw, so that is NW is the normal reaction. So these forces you need to draw as a free body diagram. Is it clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now the thing is, just you will write there only the friction coefficient. So just observe in the question, the coefficient of friction between wall and the ladder. So wall is what here, this is our wall. So wall and the ladder, the coefficient of friction means you have to represent it as a mu W. So because we will come across the two coefficient, wall and the ladder is given, wall and the ladder, that is 0.25. 0.25 is the coefficient of friction. And coefficient of friction between ground and the ladder, ground is nothing but our ground is here. So therefore mu G is equal to how much? It is 0.35. 0.35. So why it is required? So because mu is equal to F by N, right? Mu is equal to F by N. So while writing this, if you are talking about the wall, then FW, NW, and if you are talking about the floor, ground, NG, mu G, the corresponding values you need to consider. So here FW and Fg is equal to what? Mu into N. Mu G into Ng for ground, mu w into nw for the wall. So these are all the free body diagram we need to consider. So now let us consider the first case, that is A. So what is A? So what is the minimum force which is required or which is applied at the point A or a ground to prevent the slipping? So means along with this you need to show the force P also. So because this only, whatever the blue color I have indicated, so what is the minimum force which is required or applied at the floor to prevent the slipping? So this P we need to find out. Therefore along with this you need to add the force P also. So now this is what the free body diagram. Just I will solve here, you can observe. Okay, so this is what the same problem. I have drawn the free body diagram here. 1000 Newton you just consider exactly at the point B, and 200 is the weight of the ladder. P is applied here, minimum force Fg, Ng. Similarly Nw, Fw. Sliding direction I have shown, here also sliding direction I have shown, and mu g and Fg, mu g and mu w. So like this you need to draw the free body diagram. So whatever the notation it has been given, for the first case I am solving the problem. Ng is the normal reaction to the ground, Nw is the normal reaction to the wall, Fg is the friction force at ground, Fw is the friction force at the wall, and P is the applied force at point P to prevent the sliding. So if you draw the free body diagram, so then it is very easy. Just you need to apply the equilibrium conditions. What are all the equilibrium conditions? Summation of Fx is equal to 0. Horizontal force is equal to 0. So now how many horizontal forces are there? P and Fg is the horizontal force, that is in the positive direction, and Nw is the horizontal force. Just P plus Fg minus N is equal to 0. So from this P plus Fg is equal to Nw, which let us call it as equation 1. So similarly you have to apply summation of vertical force is equal to 0. How many vertical forces? Just I will highlight with the blue color. So Ng is a vertical force moving upward, and Fw is a moving vertical force moving upward, 1000 vertical force downward, 200 vertical force which is coming downward. So that is Ng plus Fw is equal to 200 plus 1000. Summation of horizontal force 0, summation of vertical force 0. So now we need to take moment at any point. It may be at A or moment at B. You need to consider it as a 0. Right? So now I will consider moment at A is equal to 0 here. Just observe. Just I am taking the moment at A is equal to 0. See here at A point P is acting, Fg is acting, Ng is acting. Moment due to all these three forces about point A becomes what? Moment due to P, moment due to Fg
0.
and Ng. It is 0, correct. So because all the forces are acting at this point A only, moment due to P, Fg and Ng about point A becomes 0 here. Now moment due to other forces you need to consider. So other forces means how many forces? Moment due to 200, moment due to 1000, Fw and Nw. So let us concentrate here. 200 is a force which is acting here. Force line of action is here. Force into perpendicular distance. I have considered it as A. By using triangle we can easily find out what is the value of E. So now 1000 is a force which is acting at point B. Force is here, line of action of the force is here, perpendicular distance for the point is nothing but this is, I have represented it as B, force into perpendicular distance. So then Nw is also force, we need to take the moment. Force is here, line of action of Nw is here, point is here, perpendicular distance means from here to here, that is I have considered it as a C. And one more force is there, that is Fw. Fw force is acting here, point is here, perpendicular distance means again same, it is B. Now the thing is same, we need to find out A, B, C by considering the triangle. 90 degree is there, here theta is there, you can easily find out. So that is, if you want to find out A means this distance becomes 2 because it is this triangle you are considering. This is 2 whenever you are calculating the A. If you are calculating the B, big triangle you need to consider, then hypotenuse become 4. Same value I have calculated here. Moment due to P, F, G and G are become 0. By considering the corresponding triangle A, B, C is equal to A, you just observe here. A is nothing but this distance. You just observe clearly. Wait for a while. Okay. A is nothing but from here to here. Smaller triangle. So this triangle I have considered. Hypotenuse is 2 because exactly at the center I have considered. So therefore A is equal to, A is here the adjacent here. So therefore it is 2 cos 60 degree. Similarly B, 4 cos 60 degree. C is nothing but it is opposite here. Therefore it is C is equal to 4 sin 60 degree. By considering the corresponding triangle A, B, C value, why it is required to take the moment. So now I will write the moment at point A. Just observe the number of forces I have shown. Now the moment at point A we can easily write 200 into perpendicular distance is A. 200 into perpendicular distance is A and direction is clockwise. Now 1000 into perpendicular distance is B, direction is clockwise. Now NW is there. NW into perpendicular distance is C, direction is anti-clockwise. FW is here. FW, force into perpendicular distance. FW is here, point A is here. Perpendicular distance is B, therefore anti-clockwise direction. Same thing, taking the moment, nothing is new in that. 200 into A, 1000 into B. NW and FW are anti-clockwise, therefore it is negative. NW and FW. A, B, C value we have calculated, just substitute the values. So how it is, you just observe the figure, you can easily get. A is why it is 2, why it is 4, because smaller triangle and bigger triangle we have considered. The same thing you need to substitute here, and as I told you, mu is equal to F by N. Mu is equal to F by N. So therefore you just observe here, this is known value, this is known value, NW is there, FW is there. So here instead of NW we have substituted NW, that is you need to substitute FW is equal to mu into NW. The same thing value you just substitute here, mu into NW. Mu is nothing but what? Friction due to wall, right? So friction due to wall, you need to just observe. The same thing, whatever the moment you have calculated, that is, there is no change. So after that you just observe here, NW is there, FW is there. We know that FW is equal to mu into NW. So instead of this FW, you need to substitute mu into NW. So now mu is what here? We are talking about the wall, means you need to consider the friction of the wall only. You can observe friction of the wall is 0.25 is there. Just substitute mu value as a 0.25. 0.25 into NW into 4 cos 60 as it is, you need to write, and remaining this this step, it is NW into 4 Z. By simplifying this, you will get the value of NW. So now NW is known, substitute this NW is here in this equation, you will get the FW value. Similarly, NG is nothing but what? We are having mu G into Fg, mu G into Fg. Corresponding values you can easily find out by substituting. Fg is equal to mu g into Ng. Mu g is nothing but what? Coefficient of friction of the ground. Therefore, it is 0.35. Thereby, you are getting the Fg value also. So, and we are having this equation 1. This equation P plus Fg is equal to Nw. Just substitute P plus Fg is equal to Nw. So, here Fg known, Nw is known. You can easily get the value of P. So, this is what the first case. So, means if you are applying the force P to prevent the slipping, so how much force is required? 183.54 force is required in order to prevent the slipping of the ladder away from the wall. Yes, is it clear? Drawing of the free body diagram, then applying the equilibrium condition, summation of Fx and Fy 0, and next is taking the moment at any point, either A or B is equal to 0. So here Nw and Fw are two different parameters. So therefore we are substituting Fw in terms of Nw, because Fw is equal to mu into Nw. By substituting that, only unknown is Nw. So therefore we can easily get. So by alternative equation we are having, so that is Fw is equal to mu into Nw. By substituting that, you will get the Fw and Fg. And in the equation 1 we are having P plus Fg is equal to Nw. By substituting that, you will get the what is the value of P. So this is what the first case. Is it clear? Okay. So now the second case. So what is the second case? You have seen in the problem. What is that second case? If P is not applied, what may be the minimum inclination we need to provide? So if P is not given, so if we are not applied the P, so then what may be the inclination? You just observe. This is what the free body diagram for second case. So means if P is not applied, what may be the theta value? So that you need to find out here. So same thing, same figure you need to consider. The second case, if P is not applied, what may be the inclination? Similarly, 200 is a force, 1000 is also there, Fg, Ng, Fw, Nw, and corresponding the coefficients you need to write. Similarly, A, B, C value, however you have calculated by considering the triangle. So you just don't get confused. In order to calculate A, you need to consider this triangle. That is, you need to write it as theta only in this case. If you want to calculate B, you need to consider this bigger triangle. And C also you need to consider bigger triangle. By applying the sin and cos, you will get the value. So now consider the ladder which is an inclined with an theta. That theta only you need to find out here without any horizontal forces acting on a ground. So means we have not shown any P value here. So now what is the thing? You need to similarly you have to apply the summation of horizontal force 0, vertical force 0. So horizontal force 0 is nothing but only two horizontal forces are there. Fg is horizontal force, Nw is the horizontal force. Fg minus Nw, or Fg is equal to Nw here. We know that Fg is equal to Nw. So that is summation of horizontal force is equal to 0. So now summation of vertical force is equal to 0. Vertical force means Ng moving upward positive, 200 moving downward positive, 1000 moving downward positive, and Fw is moving upward. Downward is negative and upward is positive. That is Ng plus Fw is equal to 1000. Ng plus Fw is equal to 1000 plus 200. This is what the equation we are getting by summation of vertical force is equal to 0. So now what you need to do? You need to substitute Nw or Ng. Only one term you need to. So either you have to substitute Nw in terms of Ng, or you need to substitute Ng in terms of Nw. So now F is equal to mu into n. So because mu is equal to what? F by n. So now you need to consider W value, that is for the wall, that is Fw is equal to mu W into Nw. Mu W, Fw, whatever the value you are having, mu W into Nw, you need to substitute. The corresponding value, that is Nw is equal to what we are having, 0.35 into Ng, 0.35, substitute that value, you will get the Ng value. Similarly, Nw is equal to 0.35 into Ng, whatever the value you are having here, substitute that, you will get the corresponding Nw and Ng value here. So after that, you have to take the moment at point A. Similarly, same thing moment, but here P is not there. 200 into A, 1000 into B, Nw into C, Fw into B. A, B, C value you have calculated, sin theta, cos theta, whatever the things are there, you just substitute that, but theta value as it is you need to see. You are not supposed to consider 60 degree here. Cos theta, sin theta, sin theta. So like that only you need to consider. By dividing this, you will get only one term. So that is entire equation you are having. Entire equation is divided by the cos theta. This cos theta get cancelled. Cos theta gets cancelled. Cos theta by cos theta get cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta is only exists. So that is tan theta. By that you will get the what is the inclination of the ladder with respect to the horizontal whenever there is a P force is not applied on the floor. So this is how you need to solve the problems on a ladder. The thing is, the drawing of the free body diagram is only the thing. After that, equilibrium condition you need to apply. So this is about the today's class. So let me continue in the next session.